How does the new Porsche Taycan Turbo GT compare to the Tesla Model S Plaid? Well, in this episode, we are going to find out. This new Taycan Turbo GT is crazy expensive. It starts at around $230,000. The Model S Plaid starts at around $90,000. That's way more affordable. The Model S is a beautiful car on the outside. This has been one of my favorite looking vehicles out there. On the front, I love the shape of the headlights and there's no grille since it's electric. That makes it look so smooth. So does the side. I love the way the door handles are integrated into the door. For the wheels, it gets 19-inch wheels as standard. You can pay extra for 21-inch wheels, and they look really cool. The back also is very nice. The taillights look cool, and the bumper has an aggressive look to it, which also adds to the aerodynamics. Speaking of aerodynamics, this vehicle is one of the most aerodynamic vehicles out there. It has a drag coefficient of 0.208 CD. That's really impressive. Pretty heavy though, weighs over 4,700 pounds. Overall, it's a great looking vehicle. The Taycan though is just gorgeous. It looks so good in this beautiful purple paint. And I love the look of the front of this vehicle. The headlights are so cool, and there's no grille just like the Model S. The side is beautiful. Just like the Model S, it has door handles integrated into the door, and unlike the Tesla, it gets 21-inch wheels as standard. These wheels look so cool, and I prefer the back of this vehicle much more. The light bar looks terrific, and the bumper has a very aggressive look to it. The Turbo GT also has significant design upgrades over the standard Taycan. These all help to improve the aerodynamics, such as a fixed rear spoiler, a front aero blades, a front diffuser, and air control elements under the body. This all is really cool. But still, it has a drag coefficient of 0.22 CD, which isn't as good as the Tesla's drag coefficient. And it's surprising because the Model S Plaid doesn't have design upgrades over the standard Model S. And also, the Turbo GT also has loads of carbon fiber to help reduce the weight, but still it weighs over 4,900 pounds, which is really heavy. That's even heavier than the Model S Plaid, and it doesn't even have much carbon fiber. But overall, I prefer the look of the Taycan. Which exterior design do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. The Taycan Turbo GT's interior is very nice. I love how it looks. It has these beautiful displays on the dashboard. There's that gorgeous looking curved driver's display, and two displays in the middle. The bottom one provides climate controls, and the upper one has vehicle settings and navigation. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as standard. And finally, it gets a passenger display. Very similar to the upper center display, Porsche's interiors are also super high quality. Their interiors have very high quality materials and are very solidly put together. Now you can choose to get this interior in leather or Alcantara. And the Turbo GT's interior, just like the exterior, gets loads of upgrades. It has lightweight materials such as loads of carbon fiber and Alcantara. And it also gets sport seats. This all helps to reduce the weight. However, to also help reduce the weight, they got rid of the back seats. Instead, you get this big carbon fiber piece, which is shocking. That makes this vehicle impractical. And it has a regular roof because the glass roof would add to the weight, which means it will feel gloomy inside. Overall though, it's a pretty good interior, just a little bit impractical. And it's not as good as the Tesla Model S's interior. I absolutely love the way this interior looks. It looks so much cleaner and more futuristic than the Taycan's interior. It has a nicely integrated driver's display and a huge center display, which provides all the vehicle settings and navigation. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto, but you don't need it because the system in the Tesla is so good. It has all of the essential applications that you need. It already has Google Maps, which alerts you for traffic lights, stop signs, speed cameras, similar to Waze. It has web browser, a bunch of music applications, and also you can sync your contacts with the vehicle. So then you can view all your contacts on the beautiful center display. It's a very good system. This vehicle also features a computer which has the power of a PlayStation 5. And thanks to that, it has a bunch of different games and videos. The technology in this car is absolutely insane. Now I'm not going to go deep into the technology of this vehicle, but it's a super long list. It's way more high-tech than the Porsche. And as you can see here, there is the yoke wheel. But as standard, it gets a regular steering wheel. It also gets a fully vegan interior as standard, but it feels very much like real leather. And the interior quality in this vehicle is also really good as well. It also has a huge glass roof which lets loads of light into the cabin. And thank goodness it gets back seats. It still has back seats, yet is lighter than the Porsche. It even gets a folding armrest which provides storage, 2 cup holders, and 2 wireless chargers as well. There's also wireless charging in the front. Overall, it's a much better interior. But which interior do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. The Turbo GT's trunk only has up to 12.9 cubic foot of space, and it has an additional 2.9 cubic foot of space in the front trunk. so in total it has a cargo capacity of up to 15.8 cubic foot. The Model S Plaid is way more practical. The hatchback style trunk not only is way bigger with a space of up to 61 cubic foot, it also makes it way more easier to load in items, and the frunk has up to 3.1 cubic foot of space. So in total it has a cargo capacity of up to 64.1 cubic foot. Much better. The Model S Plaid has 3 electric motors, 1 in the front, 2 in the back, combined to make 1020 horsepower and 1050 pound-feet of torque. That's insane numbers. It also gets a 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack, of which 95 kilowatt-hours is usable, and it can run for 396 miles of range, and it can charge in up to 250 kilowatts. It also gets a single-speed automatic transmission. The Taycan Turbo GT only gets 2 electric motors, which makes 777 horsepower and 988 pound-feet of torque. But with the overboost power when enabling launch control, the power goes up to 1100 horsepower. That's a lot more than the Model S Plaid, and it's generated by only 2 electric motors. It also gets a 105 kilowatt-hour battery pack, of which 97 kilowatt-hours is usable, and it can run for 344 miles of range, and can charge at up to 320 kilowatts. It also gets a single-speed automatic at the front axle, and a 2-speed automatic at the rear axle. How it works is when you enable launch control, the 2-speed automatic shifts to its most powerful gear for more power, and in regular comfort mode, the transmission shifts to its lower gear for a more relaxed drive. The Taycan Turbo GT can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.1 seconds. That's crazy fast. It can also complete the quarter mile in 9.4 seconds, and has a top speed of 190 miles per hour. The Model S Plaid though is capable of going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.99 seconds, and it can complete the quarter mile in 9.2 seconds, and has a top speed of 200 miles per hour. It's incredible how fast this vehicle is. Now if you get the Model S Plaid without the carbon ceramic brakes, then the top speed gets limited to 166 miles per hour. But still, both of these cars are super fast. And the Taycan Turbo GT was able to beat the Model S Plaid's both Laguna Seca and Nürburgring lap time. The Turbo GT's Laguna Seca lap time was 1 minute and 27.87 seconds. The Model S Plaid's time was 1 minute and 36.55 seconds. And the Taycan Turbo GT's Nürburgring lap time was 7 minutes and 7.55 seconds. The Model S Plaid's time was 7 minutes and 25.23 seconds. Yes, the Taycan Turbo GT has set the fastest lap time out of any electric car out there. The Model S Plaid gets active air suspension and adaptive dampers. It also has sway bars to help prevent body roll. And a cool feature it has is each electric motor has a rotor wrapped in carbon fiber. This helps to improve the performance and the efficiency as well. It gets rear torque vectoring, which can send 100% of the power to the outer wheel with the most grip. And for the brakes, as standard it gets 4 piston calipers gripping 395mm discs at the front, and at the back, it has single piston calipers gripping 365mm discs. However, when you get the track package, it provides 20-inch wheels that are forged to help reduce the weight, gets upgraded tires for better grip on the track, and it gets carbon ceramic brakes with track-ready brake fluid. This provides 410mm discs at each wheel, 6 piston calipers at the front, and 4 piston calipers at the back. That also unlocks the 200 mph top speed. Pretty advanced this car. So is the Taycan Turbo GT. It gets tuned active air suspension over the standard Taycan, and it gets adaptive dampers. There's also Porsche's active ride feature, and it's such a good feature. What it does is it adjusts the suspension to keep the vehicle completely stable. How it works is each damper has a motor pump unit at each wheel. There's no need for active anti-roll bars at all. In fact, it works much better than that. As you can see here, this is the new Porsche Panamera, and it has the active ride feature. You can see how good it is at keeping the vehicle super stable. It's extremely impressive. It also gets rear torque vectoring just like the Model S Plaid, so that can send 100% of the power to the outer wheel with the most grip. And it comes included with carbon ceramic brakes. So at the front it gets huge 10 piston calipers gripping huge 420mm discs. And at the back it has 4 piston calipers gripping 410mm discs. Since the Taycan Turbo GT has active air suspension and adaptive dampers, you can alter the ride height depending on the road conditions, and also you can change the firmness. So on casual trips you can set them to a softer setting for a more comfortable driving experience, and on the track, you would want to set them to a stiffer setting for improved handling and increased agility. And the active ride feature is super helpful. It makes this vehicle so stable, and reduces pretty much all body roll. It's such a good feature. It works much better than sway bars. It will make this car so much more fun and relaxing to drive. And also, since it's electric, there's the instant torque, which significantly improves the acceleration. And there's a whole lot of power in this thing. This car is super fast, making it a lot of fun. And also, since it's electric, there's the regenerative braking, which makes the driving experience so much easier. since you don't have to constantly press on the brake pedal. Just lift your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will stop on its own. And the battery pack is mounted at the bottom of the vehicle, which provides a low center of gravity, improving the handling and also improves the stability. The stability of this thing is going to be insane. And also, most importantly, the low center of gravity reduces the risk of this vehicle rolling over, as it also reduces body roll. This vehicle is going to have very little body roll. It's going to be an awesome experience. Also, the traction gets significantly improved with the all-wheel drive system, and those excellent carbon ceramic brakes provide superior stopping performance. Porsche always fits their vehicles with fantastic brakes, and overall the driving experience is going to be amazing with the Taycan Turbo GT. It's super fast, has very good suspension, has incredible stability, has pretty much no body roll, and it handles very well. The Model S Plaid also has active air suspension and adaptive dampers. Just like the Porsche, you can alter the ride height and firmness, so you can set them to a softer setting for a more relaxing drive, or you can set them to a stiffer setting for improved handling and increased agility. And there is so much power in this vehicle as well. That instant torque significantly improves the acceleration, and it's a very fast car. And also the super low drag coefficient substantially improves the efficiency, maximizing range, allowing you to drive even further. And the all-wheel drive system combined with the torque vectoring significantly improves the traction, and it has sway bars to help reduce the body roll. And the regen braking makes the driving experience so much easier. Just lift your foot off the accelerator and the vehicle will stop on its own. No need to press the brake pedal unless there is an emergency. And the battery pack at the bottom of the vehicle improves the handling, also improves the stability, and reduces body roll, which reduces the risk of this vehicle rolling over. The handling of this car is great. And also those carbon sleeved rotors improves the performance and also adds to the efficiency. Overall, this car is going to be very good to drive as well. It's super fast, has very good suspension, has great stability, handles very well, it's very efficient, and very enjoyable to drive. So which is better, the Tesla Model S Plaid or the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT? It's the Tesla Model S Plaid, mainly because it has much better value than the Porsche. This new Taycan Turbo GT is a fantastic car, but the Model S is slightly bigger in dimensions. It still looks great on the outside, has a beautiful interior with much better technology than the Porsche. It's also way more practical as it has back seats and loads more space. It has better range. It's still extremely fast, yet it's still lighter, more efficient, and way more affordable than the Porsche. And that is why the Tesla Model S Plaid is better than the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT. But do you guys agree? Let me know in the comments down below, which vehicle do you guys prefer? But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode.